Hi, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for watching and for subscribing. And if you're just visiting, please consider subscribing. So there's no denying it, winter is coming. It's gotten cold and dark and gloomy, and I am not enjoying this weather. So I thought, okay, what fragrances make me feel kind of warm and cozy and comfortable and make this weather a little bit more tolerable? So these are the ones I want to share with you today. So I think I'm going to call this kind of a sweater weather fragrances, but it's just the ones that make you feel warm and cozy. And I want to start with this one. Remember Me from Jovoy. This is such a beautiful tea fragrance. I mean, it took me a long time to acquire this bottle because I sampled it like years ago. And for some reason, I don't know, it just kind of always got pushed aside, left behind. There was always something else that I needed to purchase first. And I finally got a bottle of this last year, or no, sometime this year. And I love it. I've worn it so many times. It's one of the most beautiful tea scents. It's so warm and cozy, and it's sweet. There's definitely a lot of sweetness in here, and it's a little bit spicy, and there's definitely a lactonic element to it. So it's like you have some milk added to this tea, and all of these elements play together so beautifully, and they balance each other, and it just brings such warmth to me. It has such coziness to it, I just feel like I'm wrapping this really soft, warm blanket around me when I spray this perfume. I love it. So, so beautiful. If you enjoy sweet, lactonic scents, try it. Like, even if you are not a fan of tea note, let's say, I would still recommend trying this one, because even though tea is here, like, it's not really at the front of this fragrance. Like, it's just popping in and out kind of, but it's not at the forefront. It's not that noticeable. So I think if that's a note that bothers you, you might still enjoy this one. Anyways, for me, it's a complete love. This scent, if I remember correctly, was created by Cecile Zarokian, which I think makes the best kind of creamy vanilla types of scents. There are quite a few of hers that I enjoy, and yeah, this is definitely one of them. Next one is, look at that. I grabbed another tea scent. Yes, drinking tea is kind of calming for me, and smelling tea is also calming for me and kind of makes me feel cozy and warm, and I guess that's why I chose this one. This is Melde from Chopard. This is a scent that both me and my husband use. He enjoys it quite a bit as well. So it is completely unisex. It is honey-centric scent, I mean, as the name suggests, but it's not just honey. There is tea in here. There is pomegranate juice in here. I almost feel like there are some citruses added in here as well. And it's so pretty. In fact, this was my scent of the day yesterday. I wore this one and I enjoyed it quite a bit. Yeah, it's just, you have a bit of like that tartness from pomegranate, and then you have some sweetness from honey, but again, it's not overpowering. It's not too sweet. It's very mild honey. And then I almost feel like you have a bit of freshness from citruses, and then a bit of tea. And this tea is not very strong. It's, again, I don't know the notes, but it almost feels like it could be maybe green tea. I don't know. Or if it's black tea, it's not very strong tea, So again, it's not, the tea note is not too strong, but all together, it's just warm and cozy and sort of a little bit sweet and a little bit tart and gorgeous. I think it's one of the best kind of honey and tea scents out there. I absolutely love it. And I think right now is the perfect time to wear this scent. Okay, you might be surprised by the next one, because I don't know if many would consider this one a kind of warm and cozy. I don't know, but for me it is, and it is Baronda from Nasomato. This is a whiskey scent. I mean, whiskey is kind of the main note, although I've mentioned many times before that to me it doesn't exactly smell like whiskey. It's more like really fermented red wine. I don't know, that's what I get out of it, but it's definitely very, very boozy for sure. And then it is, of course, very woody. It's kind of like, you know, the whiskey barrel. And then I feel like there are some dried fruits in here, like maybe prunes or raisins or whatever. It's just a combination of these dried fruits. And so it's definitely extremely boozy. Some would consider it too boozy, you know, but for me, it's not. And then it's a little bit sweet and a little bit fruity and definitely very woody. And oh, I love this scent. Absolutely love it. I think it's a perfect sweater weather type of scent. It just makes me feel all warm and cozy, and, you know, like I'm sitting near a fireplace and having some, I don't know, whiskey or drink, although I don't drink whiskey. In fact, I barely drink anything, but you know, it kind of makes me feel like that's what I'm doing. And yeah, I love wearing this one during this type of weather. So next I have Ivory Root from Xerjoff, another kind of staple for me during this type of weather and during this time of year. This is an extremely spicy vanilla. I mean, we don't really know what notes are in here because the blue bottles from Xerjoff, the Join the Club collection, you know, all the notes are hidden. So whatever you see on Fragrantica, it's not necessarily what's in the fragrance, you know, but whatever. To me, it smells like extremely, extremely spicy vanilla. And at first blast, it's very, very spicy. Some might even consider it to be too spicy. But then as it dries down on the skin, it becomes sweeter and sweeter and sweeter and creamier, and the spiciness is not quite as punchy as it is in the beginning. So yeah, absolutely love it. Again, I think it's perfect for this time of year. It's really one of the best from Xerjoff, for sure. I mean, I loved it from the first time I sampled it, and I still love it just as much now. Next, let's talk about Milk from Commodity, a fragrance that I purchased again sometime this year after sampling it. Kind of didn't think I was going to like it, but I absolutely loved it, and again have worn it quite a bit. This is, of course, as the name suggests, extremely lactonic fragrance. It has, I don't know what notes exactly, but I'm assuming milk, cream, whatever, butter, maybe. It's very, very lactonic. It is also very sweet, and it is also very spicy. I mean, it feels like there's some spices added to this, or tonka bean maybe added to this. It has some sandalwood, I'm sure, and probably some other woody notes as well. So it's kind of this extremely milky, lactonic fragrance with a kick, because it's definitely quite spicy. But again, it just makes me feel so good and so warm. And it's like, yeah, you're drinking a glass of warm milk, sort of. Maybe you put some cinnamon in it, you know, and maybe even a little bit of butter in your milk. I don't know how people drink milk. I actually don't. I don't like warm milk. You know, when I was little, it was considered when you were sick. You know, my mom would make me drink like really warm milk, and sometimes she would put butter in it. It was considered to make you feel better. I don't know. I absolutely despised it then, and I absolutely despise it now. So I don't drink warm milk, but it kind of makes me think of that and make me feel like, you know, you're just getting really, really warm inside, like you put on a cozy sweater, you know? So I think it's a beautiful fragrance. Now, I know there are different versions with Commodity. It's like each scent has 3 different versions. I don't remember what they're called. Expressive or bold, or so, I don't know. That confuses me. So I don't know. Actually, I don't know which one I have. I think I have the middle one, whatever the middle one is. It's not the lightest, it's not the strongest, but anyways, Milk from Commodity is a gorgeous lactonic scent. Okay, next fragrance that I pulled is Immortelle from Manos Gerakinis. I think this is an underrated fragrance in an underrated house. Not many talk about this house, and I definitely don't know that much about it, but I definitely want to explore. This one, beautiful. I mean, the star, as the name suggests, is Immortelle, which to me very often, and in this fragrance for sure, smells like a baked good, like it's something baked. It's not like a cake or like something that has a lot of cream in it, but it's something baked, you know? It's a baked good, like you're standing inside of a bakery where they have like bread and they have some kind of desserts, and it's all of those you know, scents kind of mixing together. That's what it smells like to me. And so again, it just makes me feel warm and cozy, and it's perfect for this kind of weather, to cheer me up, to make me feel good, you know, not to kind of to bring some sunshine to the gloominess, really, you know. I mean, the bottle looks that way, and it kind of makes me feel that way as well. So yeah, if you haven't tried this one, Immortelle from Manos Gerakinis, give it a shot if you enjoy gourmands, and if you enjoy gourmands that smell like something baked, you know, like a dessert, but not too sweet of a dessert, not, it doesn't have like any cream or anything to it, you know. Yeah, give it a try. This is a really good scent. Next scent is kind of different. It's very airy and fluffy type of scent, very much a year-round scent. I wear it all year round. I think it works beautifully in the summer, and it works beautifully in the winter, and that is Mercurial Cashmere from Electimus. This is a scent that has a tuberose in it, which typically, you know, me and tuberose, we're not friends. We don't get along, but in this scent, I love it. I love it, and I think it's the combination of tuberose with like some sweet notes. I know there are some sweet notes in here, vanilla, something else. There are other florals mixed in. There are some woody notes, but it just, this scent is so fluffy. If I had to describe it in one word, that's what I would say. It's super, super fluffy. And there is the right amount of sort of a floral nuances. There is the right amount of sweetness and a little bit of woodiness grounding it. And it just all together, it just works. And yeah, it's a really, really beautiful scent. Even my husband wears once in a while. So I think it can be unisex. If you know, if you don't mind a bit of floral nuances, it can easily be unisex. But yeah, it's I think it's great for this type of weather. It kind of warms you up, makes you feel all warm and cozy, but at the same time, it sort of reminds you a little bit maybe of the summer, of the florals, you know. And yeah, for me, it works. Next, let's talk about a fragrance that doesn't perform well at all. She's a badly behaved girl, but she smells amazing, and that is Changing Constance from Penhaligon's. You know, the reason that I never decluttered this fragrance is because it smells so good, and I just can't part ways with it, even though performance is terrible. Like, this is one of those fragrances where, you know, standing around and maturing didn't help it at all. It performs the same as it did in the beginning, which is really poorly. But when I'm at home, you know, I just love spraying it and then respraying it in a couple of hours and then respraying it again in another couple of hours, you know, because it's just so, so good. It's sweet and spicy and smoky and kind of dense. This fragrance is very dense. I feel like it's thick, and it has a little bit of gooiness to it, and it's warm. And oh, it smells so, so good. Like, I want to spray it all over myself right now. I just love it. And especially when it's super rainy and dark outside, I love, love, love wearing this one. Ah, man, if performance was fixed in this fragrance, really, it would be almost nearing a masterpiece type of scent for me, because I enjoy the scent profile so, so much. Yeah. Okay, I will stop talking about the performance. We all know this one performs badly, but I still enjoy the scent quite a lot. And I think this is going to be the last scent that I'm going to share with you in this video, and that is Amber Desire from Carolina Herrera, from her Confidentials line. Now, I love this line. I have, I don't know, 5 maybe fragrances from this line, and if I'm completely honest, you know, this one kind of gets left behind a little bit because there are a few others that I just absolutely love and usually pull for, but this one is such a good ambery scent. In general, I think when I think about kind of sweater weather types of fragrances, you know, fragrances that make you feel good and warm, amber is what comes to mind right away. Like really, when you have this kind of soft, warm, sweet type of amber, it's just the best, you know? It's like a ray of sunshine, and that is what this fragrance is. It's an uncomplicated amber scent. Like I don't find that it has a lot of nuances or a lot of sort of additional notes playing together with amber, although I know there are other notes, but overall, when I smell this, it's just like, yeah, it's like a ray of sunshine. It's just something really warm and bright and sweet and cozy. That's what it makes me feel like, and that's what it smells like. But mostly it's just this, like I said, round, sweet amber without too much interference from other things. So it's an uncomplicated scent in my opinion, but it's a beautiful, well-blended, well-rounded scent. So yeah, Amber Desire from Carolina Herrera is the last one in this video. So there you go. These are my sweater weather fragrances, the ones that make me feel all warm and cozy. So please share with me some of your favorites. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember to comment, to subscribe, and to like this video. And I will see you soon in the next one. Bye.